Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called The Time to Rent Everything is Now. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help spread the word. Now, let's get started. A growing percentage of the ultra high net worth population believes that now is the time to stop buying things and to start renting or leasing everything. They feel it is much smarter to rent or lease because the market is dropping across so many sectors, and it's really dropping fast. In some markets with some items, prices are dropping so fast that people who own a lot of assets, properties, and things are now unloading them and trying to sell them as quickly as possible. Why? Because they know where things are going, and it's all going in the wrong direction. Nobody wants to catch a falling knife, but they all want to rent a falling knife, not own it. So, what are some of the examples of the things that people are unloading now and trying to sell as quickly as possible? Well, one thing we're seeing is that the market for legacy or antique cars is going down the toilet fast. People with large collections of old hot rods and old classic cars are having trouble selling them at anywhere near an acceptable price. Why is that? Because millennials are no longer interested in buying or fixing old classic cars. This is softening the market so dramatically that whether you own a single classic car or a warehouse full of classic cars, it's getting harder and harder to recover your money from their sale. Next, we have jewelry. People used to love jewelry buying, but now it is widely believed that only the dumbest of the dumb money buys jewelry as an investment. If you like to wear pretty things, then sure, go out and get some jewelry. But if you think that that jewelry is going to gain value over time, then you are terribly mistaken. Why is that? Well, let me give you an example. Go into a jewelry store and purchase some beautiful jewelry. Then go down the street to the nearest pawn shop and try to sell that same jewelry 5 minutes after you bought it. Watch what happens. You're going to be stunned by how little they offer you. In some cases, you'll be lucky if they offer you even 40% of what you just paid for that jewelry down the street at the retail jewelry store. You basically just threw 60% of your money away. Now, if you purchased a gold coin at a gold shop and then tried to sell it at a pawn shop, then you would probably get at least 90 to 95% of what you just paid for it back. They're charging you a transaction or a premium fee of about 10%, but that may vary from location to location. That's why jewelry as an investment is a terrible idea. What about homes? Well, commercial real estate is officially dead. You know, there are a lot of very wealthy people out there, professional athletes, VIPs, and a lot of very well-funded drug dealers who invested very heavily in commercial real estate. Office towers all over the place because they thought they were being clever. But guess what? Never put all your money into one asset class, because look what's happening to these people. They cannot give those commercial buildings away now. No one wants them anymore because no one can make money with commercial office towers. How about Airbnbs, you think? Well, the Airbnb market is heading into the grave. People who owned Airbnbs are now lowering their rental prices by as much as 50%, and they still can't get rentals. This is happening in many places across the US, and it's happening offshore as well. People seem to have run out of the discretionary income they need to do things like rent an Airbnb these days. So what's happening? Well, a lot of Airbnb homes are getting dumped onto the market because their owners can't rent them out. They can't even break even with these buildings. So what are people deciding to rent or lease these days instead of purchasing? Well, they're leasing cars instead of buying them, and millennials are taking an Uber instead of leasing cars. That doesn't bode well for the auto market. And when it comes to electric vehicles, people are starting to avoid purchasing them in greater numbers because they now see what's going on with EV owners. The charging times are too long. The battery power declines dramatically in cold and hot weather. And other problems, all sorts of other problems are creeping up, like these things bursting into flames because the batteries are exploding. Well, what about the home real estate market? Well, people are selling their homes and they're looking to rent instead. This allows them to sit back and watch the home prices drop in value, and they don't have to worry about losing money in the process because they're only renting. What about other things like furniture? Try and sell furniture and you'll see how valueless it is. Whether the furniture is cheap or really expensive, you'll be lucky to get 5 cents on the dollar when you try to unload it. You want to see something else shocking? Go to Facebook's marketplace and look at all the people trying to give away their beautiful, relatively new furniture because they don't want to schlep it across the country. They can't give it away. Some of those ads have been running for months. Nobody wants it. What about trying to sell your company? Do you own a great company? Well, what about trying to sell it? Well, if your company is profitable and generating positive cash flow, then you'll probably get a lot of great offers for it. They'll be competing and bidding, trying to outbid each other for the purchase and acquisition of your company. But if your company isn't profitable, then you're going to have issues selling it. What about gold and silver? Well, those assets are going to grow in value over the next few years. Why? Because those are real assets, and people love real assets. We now have so many fake assets out there, fake paper assets being sold by the stock market, the investment market, that people are paranoid. They're paranoid as heck. So that's why they feel so safe buying real assets. Now, a lot of people now feel much safer renting instead of buying now, and that is very understandable given how bad things are getting out there. Good luck. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so I want to encourage you to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we post a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help spread the word. Thank you, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.